Welcome back to Everything Knife. Today we're going to be doing some maintenance on the SOG Terminus. It's starting to get a bit rusty around the pivot area and around this thumb stud. This is D2 steel. It's a tool steel, considered semi-stainless. It only has minor corrosion resistance to it. So every now and then you got to take it apart and give it some love. Let's get started. And by the way, this thing is a bit of a pain in the ass. I've done it several times already. Trying to remember where my frame is. I'm hoping that this time, if the camera's in front of me, my hands will be out of the way more, so you can actually see what's going on. Unfortunately, that means I can't see my screen, so I have no idea if I'm in frame. Hold on. I just remembered something about this knife. I don't need to take those screws out. Should probably be doing a running commentary on what it is that I'm doing. So these screws on most knives are a T6. Teeny tiny little bastards. Hard to find bits for them. And the pivot screws on most knives are a T8. Also difficult to find, but at least they don't twist off as easily. I've destroyed a number of bits, and it's annoying every time. Pivot's still plenty lubed. That grease is about used up on that Omega spring. Okay, I forgot to grab my brake parts cleaner, but we're back. Probably didn't even know we were gone, did you? Let's start cleaning this up some, shall we? But once again, if you didn't see the first video, I think that label's in frame. Brake parts cleaner takes off just about everything, but it's also super bad for you. So I probably should be wearing gloves, but I'm dumb, so I won't. Get that down on the flat surface. Need more of my, oh, bollocks. I don't know what this stuff will do to my mat. Brake parts cleaner is pretty aggressive. Yeah, I really suck about remembering camera frame. Maybe I'll get better over time. We'll see. And never hurts to get the dirt out of there that collects. It's not like the dirt in there is actually doing anything, but it doesn't need to be in there either. Okay, that handle scale is good. Let's do the next one. And another Q-tip. This video I need to keep relatively short because I have to go to work. Just another squirt of cleaner. Good enough for the girls I date. That Q-tip's used up. Let's see what we're working with here. Fair amount of rust on here. I prefer that my liners didn't have rust on them, but at the same time that's not a functional part. Let's get those off before I lose them. As you can see on this particular knife, they just set on that post, or a pin really, and the scale itself holds it in place. And yes, these are unidirectional. I can't swap them one or the other. Another Q-tip. Yeah, look at this stuff. Eat up that grease. It's beautiful. So now my question to myself is, what grease do I want to pack back in there? Because in here with this Omega spring, or whatever SOG calls theirs, Benchmade, it's an Omega spring, functionally the same thing, but gotta put grease in there. That's not a spot for oil. And which one do I use? I have a small variety to pick from. Maybe a marine grease, help keep water out of there even more. I don't know. Not really sure why I'm asking, because by the time anyone answers, it's probably going to be too late. Man, I'm just burning through the Q-tips. Breakfast caught in my throat a little bit. Ugh, look at that. Filthy. Filthy, filthy. And I don't have a garbage can here. Alright. Get these apart, shall we? Start with that spring. Let's take it off of here first. Then it's easier to pop off there. And then these scales come apart. That back spacer pops out. There's actually a washer stuck in there. Using the blade helps quite a bit. There's one down. One time I took this knife apart at work to give it a quick cleaning, and I dropped both bearings. Ooh, that was a mad scramble. Yeah, that's nasty. Okay, one more piece. And she's broken down to the component level. Let's give this thing a cleaning, shall we? I need more paper towels. Wish I hadn't done that. Let's keep it in frame. How about? Imagine you guys are tired of hearing that already. So I had this can of engine degreaser. You would think that it would leave a perfect clean finish. For whatever reason, it left a greasy residue behind. A can of degreaser left a greasy residue. I can't figure it out. It doesn't make any sense to me. Oh, it fell out. There, a piece of lint was stuck in there. I wonder if that's why it was getting hard to open. You know, I'm not sure what GD means. If anyone watching this knows, can you put that in the comments? Because that's a very precise stamp. I don't know, not sure. Let's continue wiping down parts. These itty bitty parts are a bit of a pain in the ass. Spring's done, almost done wiping shit down. I don't know about you guys, but I'm hungry. I'm ready for some breakfast. If anyone's curious, I think it's only about 9 o'clock in the morning. And if you can hear all that vehicle traffic outside, my road essentially turns into a speedway at about 8 o'clock. Okay, what's next? Next, I think I'm going to try putting this, shit, I don't even have anything in frame. Next, I'm going to try putting the blade and the scales in my ultrasonic cleaner. Right now it's filled with white vinegar. I'm going to see what happens to that since it's only semi-stainless. I wonder if it'll put a different patina on here. I think I'll pause the video and just start with the part around the pivot. I'll just dip that for a little bit, see what the vinegar does to it. As far as the liners, I'm not really concerned about appearance. The vinegar should help take that rust off. Alright. Well, the parts are out of the ultrasonic cleaner. Oh god. And like I said before, I have white vinegar in there. And it's hot. And all those fumes came right up into my nose when I opened that lid. Not cool. But not seeing much difference in appearance. There's a bit of a haze on the blade now. That'll probably wear off relatively soon. Q-tip. Yeah, the vinegar seemed to do an okay job getting rid of that rust, which is exactly what I wanted. Yep, Don't know if you can hear the traffic, probably, but the speedway is open. I do most of my shooting, filming, even though there's no film, late at night, typically after 10 o'clock when traffic dies down. Well, last night I just wasn't feeling it. Yep, there's a bit of a patina on here. Patina that I didn't see before, so most likely the vinegar. And the last piece. I'm guessing here's something that you've never seen before. Which one? Dropping compound. You probably have seen this before, but not used like this. Great for taking down high spots. And the way rust forms, it always makes a high spot. That is absolutely acceptable. And I think I need to get my ass in gear. Running out of time. Alright, now the tricky part is remembering the sequence that it goes back together. And now I had it right the first time. Like that. And this is currently my lubricant of choice. Just hydraulic oil for a snowplow. Stuff has about the perfect consistency. It's cheap and easy to find. I'm making a mess. So again, my preferred application method is just a syringe and a hypodermic. Sometimes I'll take the tip off. Most of the times I won't bother. If I get stuck with it, it's my own fault. Come on. All I need is one drop. One little drop. Come on, you bastard. Sometimes you gotta sweet talk it. Spread that around. Spread that around. Another wee drop on top. By the way, the more oil you put into your pivot, the more pocket lint you're going to pick up. So definitely for pocket knives, less is more. Okay, that's the bearings done. This knife is a huge pain in the ass to put back together. How do I want to do this? Hold that in place with my finger. After I put this together. Stick that through there. Clip the other side of that spring. Come on, you little fucker. Into that hole. Place one of these two, and I don't remember which at the moment. This one. Over there. Fuck, I need grease. Forgot about my grease. I think white lithium this time. Because I don't have the marine grease handy. I'd have to go get it. And this time, instead of a 22 gauge needle, it's a 14 gauge. This stuff would never come out. see if I can do this so you can see as well. Right. Screw it. I'll put it on with the Q-tip. Okay, that's on. That's the one. I'll put that on there. Give that a test slide. Yep, this slide's nice and free. And the grease will hold that in place. Then the handle scale. I think just a teeny tiny bit of grease in that track. In that track where the release button, it's not really a button, I don't know what to call it, resides. But just that tiny little bit, that's all you need. Drop that in there. Now grab the pivot. I thought this thing was keyed. No, it's only keyed on one side. Get that back on, get that on. Another wee drop of lube. Get that on there. Just spread the oil around. Park the blade there. Put my pin in. Put my bearing. I think I will take this opportunity to put the back spacer in. There's one pin. fucker, get in there. Like I said, sweet talk it. And I'm missing a piece. There it is. Okay, you can stop looking. I found it. That goes right there. Put that over the top. Line that pin. Now I can set this over. Okay, washer's still in there. Now comes the tricky part. That pivot is keyed. Screwdriver. Oh, fuck. And that's not the side with the slot. Wow, that's the easiest that's ever gone back in. And I caught it on camera. Now the spring. Now before I get the spring in the way, I'm gonna grease up my hole. Get that good and lubed. Damn, this stuff's thick. Just actual thick, not like 2C's thick. Get my hole lubed up. Might as well hit that. That's where the spring's gonna go. Shit. Getting grease everywhere. I'm supposed to look like a professional here. Look like a fucking idiot. Come on, you pig, snap on. There we go. That's on. That's in. That's greased. That's in place. Once again, throw a light bit of grease in here. Throw that over the top. Much better. Yeah, she was getting sticky. I think pivot screw next. The one thing I don't have is Loctite. Alright, so I just torque everything down tight and then I adjust after. Okay. And last screw. I was just thinking, it would really suck at this point if I had forgotten to unpause the video. And since I can't see the camera, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, that needs to be loosened a little bit. Wrong one. And when I say a little bit, I mean like a little bit more. Nice. Blade is still reasonably centered. That's all I care about. And she's working fine now. And I guess the vinegar didn't have much of an effect on it after all. And it was only in for about 5 minutes. But if I left it overnight, that'd probably be a different story. But that is a maintenance video on the SOG Terminus XD. XR, not D, R. All right, thanks for watching.